Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I
Good
hope you all
afternoon.
are doing well.
Yes, sir. So will this recorded session be be available for us?
Yes, I think RC3 is recording this session. If something is missing out, then you will definitely have a recording of this session.
Where can we watch it? What will it?
I think from RC only it will be available.
Okay.
Okay, so shall we start?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we all are here for social psychology, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I think as a psychology student at master's level, you must aware of social psychology a little bit. So like make it more interactive session. Please come forward and like share as much as you can. So please tell me like what do you understand by social psychology?
Sir, how people behave in a particular social environment, what they think, and how they interact with others.
Okay,
How people think about.
So it is actually not how, it is why people behave in that particular way. It is the question of why they do in that way.
okay, why people think? Okay,
Sir, it's a scientific study of individual in social context.
okay, studying of individual and social context.
How they are influenced by others.
Sir, it is a human behavior to understand the dynamics of society.
So how our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are shaped by social interactions. How it is influenced.
Right. Okay,
Sir, I'm completely new to this field of psychology. Before I had done commerce, so please guide accordingly.
okay, fine. We all know like what is psychology because social psychology is one of the core area, or you can say extension of psychology or a branch of psychology.
Okay.
Okay, in social psychology, we tend to scientifically study how people thoughts, feelings, and actions are affected by others.
Okay.
Okay, so a member of this discipline, or I would say social psychologist, basically try to seek or try to investigate and understand the nature and the cause of people's behavior in social situation.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Hmm.
Thank you.
So when I'm saying social psychology is a scientific discipline, because as I mentioned, social psychology scientifically study how people's thoughts, think, and action affect which are affected by others. So I'm using a word scientific, which makes this discipline as a scientific. What it mean?
Sir, it means that perhaps empirically we can confirm the findings that we have.
Okay, empirical study karna. Anybody else?
The outcomes and the basis of outcomes are definite.
Okay. Anybody else?
The findings can be repeated.
हाँ हाँ कुछ बोल रहे पिंकी बताइए.
सर साइंटिफिक स्टडी इज द स्टेप के थ्रू हम कोई भी स्टडी करते हैं प्लानिंग
So
करते हैं.
scientific meaning research method like experiments, surveys, observations, is to
हम्म.
study how people
Sir,
think and behave in that way, like
it is
analyzing the patterns.
scientific in nature, like we use scientific methods for the study, like description, systematic observation, or
Okay,
like
fine.
Yes.
So social psychologists do not rely on abstract or untested theories. Okay, as a psychologist or as a person of psychological professional, we tend to use very precise methodological and symmetric mean of investigation in order to understand the psychological phenomena.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't mean that social psychologists do not develop theories. They do develop theories, but they use scientific procedure to test the accuracies of the theories.
So is it the research methods which we have?
Yes.
Sir, it will change from region to region, no?
What?
Social psychology will change from region to region, place to place, no?
See, the psychology of a person will change. Like individual difference exists everywhere. We are not dealing with the natural sciences where the 2 + 2 is equal to 4. We are dealing with the human mind,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Cannot be same across all the situation. We are studying the human behavior in a social situation.
Mm. No, I was saying across the globe it will change.
Obviously,
Right.
there are multiple factors which plays an important role in social psychology in social situation.
Mm.
Another social psychology focuses on people. What it mean? Like when I'm saying with focus is on people.
Sir, it means that the focus is on the individual.
Huh?
Say observing.
So society means group of people. So
Yes.
obviously we are studying people.
So
Uh,
it focuses on the patterns
focusing on
in
people.
the mind of the people.
Yes. Basically, social psychologists try to identify the broad or the universal principles that underlie all the social behavior. See, suppose if you belong to a particular social group, so how that particular group is affecting you and how you are affecting the entire culture of a particular group. So social psychologists study that also. Social psychology considers the people's thought process, their feeling, their actions. What it mean? When I'm
How an
saying,
individual reacts with the particular group and how the group reacts to that particular statement of a person.
okay, now I'm thinking, I'm talking about the thoughts, feelings, actions, which is closely decidedly cognitive approach. How the person use their cognitive approach in terms of their thinking process in
Sir,
order
it's
to.
totally
It is
depend on
about
the
how
environment.
the society hinders or facilitates a perspective of a person and vice versa.
Right.
Sir, a person will judge others by their expressions and how, if they have, by their face value and accordingly behave, whether it is accepted or not.
Okay. And the feeling part, because people's experience, see, our own experience, your experience is a central part of social psychology. What you
Mm.
like, what you dislike, how your emotions are connected with the objects, events, people, all these things are considered as a part of social psychology or subjected to study by the social psychologist.
So
So, so
an
in a
individual will behave in a different way in a society, and he will behave differently when he is not around the peers. It can create certain kind of biases or certain kinds of thought process. It may invoke certain thought process which may change its actions and reactions.
Obviously, right? Completely.
So, in a given environment, a person will act first from his or her memory, like whatever he has registered in his past
See,
experiences.
yeah, see, all these things you will study in as a part of impression management. how a person manages their impression.
Okay.
What you are when you are in the group, and what you are when you are alone.
Mhm.
Mm.
So that's a part of this only, impression management.
Yeah, all these things are part of impression management. But when we talk about social psychology is very broad.
So I'm asking, impression management is a part of social psychology.
See, all these aspects what you are studying, it's a part of social psychology. But when you try to connect it
Hmm.
it with a social situation, definitely yes.
Okay.
Okay. And social psychologists focus on social influences on individual behavior, your social interaction, how you socialize, and what are the group processes which you follow when you are part of a group. So all these things are a matter of study, which is studied by the social psychologist. Even social psychologists study the consequences of social influence on individual behavior.
Hmm.
So सोशल साइकोलॉजी का जो दायरा है वो काफी बड़ा है.
Hmm.
जब मैं बात करता हूँ like how social factors are affecting the individual behavior, which means like your judgment, your stereotype behavior, your self presentation, your health, your liking, your loving, everything.
Okay.
Your when we talk about like social interaction between the people, among the people, like what is your relationship with your partner, your family, your liking, your love, your interpersonal relationship, sometimes your aggressive behavior, sometimes your helping nature, your attitude, your persuasion.
Intriguing.
So all these things comes under the process of social interaction or socialization, which is studied by the social psychologist. When we talk about like group processes, because social psychology also focuses on group processes, which may like the conformity behavior, power, politics, organization, culture, all these things. When you are part of group, because group processes is a larger part of social psychologist or social psychology. Because when you are a member of a particular group, what is your role, what is your status, what is group, like how group pressure impacting your behavior, thought process, your feelings, your actions, your pattern of communication. All these things are studied by the social psychologist. Okay. So when we talk about the social psychology as a part of psychology, as a branch of psychology, so there is a boundary set by the different theorists or the different schools of psychology about the social psychology. Social psychology, आपको क्या लगता है कि like what are the different fields which make social psychology as a complete discipline, or what are the disciplines which contribute in social psychology?
Sir, cultural psychology should be one of them.
Cultural psychology, okay, like from within the psychology, one is cultural psychology, another is anything else? Sociology.
Social.
Ontology.
Yashikas is sociology.
So anthropology and neuroscience, all this.
And anthropology, not neuroscience.
Neuroscience, like biological underprints and social behavior.
Hmm.
Neuroscience is all about biological this now.
We can say cognitive psychology,
Oh,
not the neuropsychology, cognitive psychology.
okay.
Anything else apart from this?
Sir, sociolinguistics.
Okay, that will be very much part of cultural psychology or sociology.
Sir, an individual's inhibitions.
See, when we talk about disciplines within the psychology, the major role played by the developmental psychology, personality psychology, and cognitive psychology.
Are not considered.
Yes, cognitive personality psychology क्या होती है?
सर जो इंडिविजुअल के बायसेस से या डेवलपमेंटल ईयर्स में जो बनती है.
Personality psychology. What is personality psychology?
It focuses on the understanding, thinking, feeling, and how they behave.
See, personality psychology focuses on
The
the
attributes of the
Individual differences.
individual differences, right?
Individual traits.
Perception of an individual.
I'll tell you. Personality psychology basically focuses on the identification of the individual characteristics, or we can say traits, that differentiate one person from the other person,
Hmm. Right.
right? And it also explains the consistencies of an individual behavior. So, like social psychologist, personality psychologist also focuses on individuals. क्योंकि पर्सनालिटी साइकोलॉजिस्ट या पर्सनालिटी साइकोलॉजी में क्या होता है, दे लुक individuals primarily in terms of how one person is different from the other person.
Hmm.
I'll
Like
request.
simple like my question, for example, like why some people are more prejudiced than others.
Sir, I have a request, sir.
Huh?
Sir, I'll request if everybody else can switch off their microphone when they don't want to speak, because your voice starts echoing, sir, in others' microphones.
Okay. So please, now it's fine. Okay, like from the personality psychologist, I would ask, like why some people are more prejudiced than the others.
सर एक फैक्टर ये भी हो सकता है इनका सोशल स्टेटस क्या है.
And social psychologists, see the mindset of the social psychologist always like how prejudice arises in general, and like whether there are ways to diminish its damaging consequences. So there are two ways of thinking. One is personality psychologist, like why people are having more prejudice than the others, and the social psychologist will focuses on the consequences and how these consequences can be deteriorate, or like what are the strategies can be applied where the diminishing consequences can be elevated of the prejudice. Another like sociology. What is sociology? Any idea? Sociology क्या है?
I think it is studying
Sociology
human society.
focuses
It's a study of
on entire groups within the society.
Because social psychology के जो सबसे करीब है that is sociology, or you can say the nearest cousin of social psychology is sociology and anthropology.
Yeah, it is the study of the human society.
Sir, sociology is a study of entire groups within the society.
It's a study of the society, like relationships, how individuals are influenced by social structures and all.
Okay, developmental studies related to sociology. So basically, sociology is a science of society and social institutions. Very simple. Why? Because it focuses on how a member of groups are subject to culturally universally influence or determine how the whole entire group performs. Basically, it studied the entire phenomena of the society and the different social institutions impacting the life of the community members.
Sir, please correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Actually, when I was trying to differentiate between social psychology and sociology because they seem the same, how I differentiated between the both is that sociology is a study of entire groups within the society. For example,
Right.
sir, religious, political, or economic groups
Right,
and their relation to the society as a whole. So
right.
that is how groups impact the society. When it comes to social psychology, it's a study of how individuals relate and try to function within the society. So social psychology perhaps pertains to an individual at an individual point of view, whereas sociology is a study of entire groups and how they are impacting the society in general, sir. That's how I understood it. I may be wrong, sir.
No, you are completely right, because जो sociologist होते हैं, they consider social group, जो social groups होते हैं या social institutions होते हैं, वो consider करते हैं as a single entity. They studied the entire society as a single entity, whereas the social psychologists look at the group. Their focus will be centered on individual members of the group.
Okay, sir.
What about the anthropology?
Sir, anthropology is a scientific study of origin and development of human societies and cultures, sir.
Completely right. So basically, anthropology study the consequences of culture on human behavior. And anthropology takes a very broad approach to social phenomena. And social psychology also studied the impact of culture on individual behavior. अभी मैं लास्ट क्लास में सेम चीज पढ़ा रहा था, because as a psychology student or as a psychologist or as a counselor, you should be culturally sensitive. You should have the knowledge of the other's culture, value system, belief system, because culture impacted the psyche of a person in a larger context. What you are doing is definitely somewhere impacted by your culture. So it is also a matter of study, like how individualistic approach is related or impacted by your cultural aspects. ठीक है, याद रहेगा सब चीजें?
We'll try, sir.
What about the historical part of social psychology? The roots of social psychology, or any idea like how it began?
Sir, perhaps at the first stage, social thought was there before the social science begins, sir. And in that also we had two thought processes, sir. During the time of Greeks, Platonic and Aristotelian thought processes were there, sir, where Platonic social thought was giving primacy to the state over the individuals, whereas the Aristotelian thought was to give human beings the it was an individual centric approach, sir.
Right. The most historically minded might be the point to Plato and Aristotle, and like who are wrote extensively about the social behavior. So the field of social psychology, basically, if you see the roots of social psychology, you will find two important dates in the history. One is 1897 and another is 1908. These two are important years in which, or this is also known as the infancy period of social psychology. In 1897, any idea what happened?
Sir, is it related to Wilhelm Wundt, sir?
No. विलियम वुंड का दौर पहले का है.
I think Norman Triplett published the first scientific study, I think.
Yes, it is related to the Norman Triplet. So basically, Norman Triplet carried out what has come to be considered as the first experiment in social psychology.
Yeah, so scientific study of social behavior, right?
Yes. So basically, in his experiment, he compared the performance of participants who were alone and the individuals who are in groups. So basically, how the performance is impacted by the group or the presence of others, which was published in 1897. And the another year is 1908.
I
So
think in this William, I think McDougall and Edward, right? They separately published the textbook for the social psychology.
yes. So basically, in the first decade of the 20th century, so two different books with the title Social Psychology were published. One was written by American Edward Rose, and the other was written by English psychologist Williams McDougall. Okay. And the third book was published in the year of 1924 with a social psychology title that was written by Alport. So after the First World War and all these books came into existence, yes, the social psychology took his shape into adolescent stage. So basically, after the Alport has written that book and emphasized on the different social psychological phenomena about the group
Yes.
processes and all.
Yeah, areas of the social psychology.
Yeah, different areas of social psychology. And later on in 1930s, again the very famous person Muzaffar Sharif began the series of studies on social norms, like how the rules, social rules, norms, regulation impacted the social behavior. After that, there are other different scientific studies came into existence in Germany. If you study the Kurt Lewin, a German social psychologist, later on who was immigrated to United States when the Nazis came into power. So basically, he developed a theory. आप लोगों ने सबने पढ़ा होगा theory. How this interaction between people and environment and their personal characteristics. So how this interaction basically combinedly produces social behavior. Your traits, your characteristics, and the environment, and how both the things are combinedly produce the social behavior.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर, ये जो स्टडीज के बारे में आप बता रहे हैं, इसके लिए कोई प्रेफरेंस बुक है या मतलब नेट से सर्च करनी पड़ती है सर?
आई थिंक आपके इसमें भी दिया गया होगा शायद, जो इग्नू के नोट्स हैं उसमें भी होंगी ये सब स्टडीज, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग.
तो सर इग्नू के नोट्स मतलब सफिशिएंट है?
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
इससे एक्स्ट्रा हमें कुछ भी रीड करने की जरूरत नहीं है?
नहीं, आप बुक पढ़ सकते हैं.
कौन सी प्रेफर करेंगे सर बुक हम?
सोशल साइकोलॉजी की तो बहुत सारी बुक हैं, लाइक इफ यू नीड देन आई विल फॉरवर्ड सम बुक ऑफ सोशल साइकोलॉजी.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
No. Create a group, no, WhatsApp group. Add me in that group. I'll share some of the reading material and books on that.
सर आप भी अपने पेपर का अलग से ग्रुप बनाएंगे?
नहीं, आपका कुछ WhatsApp का ग्रुप होगा तो उसमें मैं शेयर कर दूंगा, मुझे आइडिया नहीं है ना.
तो अभी प्रीवियस क्लास MPC 001 का ग्रुप बना है.
So I think we can join sir on that group also.
Completely fine. आप मुझे भी उसमें ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, मतलब मुझे भी उसमें ऐड कर लीजिए. Okay, and later on, after Second World War, another different theories came into existence. Fistinger's theory, cognitive dissonance. Then Arison, Mills, Carl Smith, different theories to come up with a different theories about the social norms, social psychology experiments. And if you see in the contemporary development of social psychology, you will find that these days social psychologist also focuses on the cognitive factors, how our thoughts, attitude, beliefs, general understanding of the world influence our behavior. जिस तरीके से अगर आपने देखा होगा किस तरीके से जो डिफरेंट स्कूल्स ऑफ थॉट ऑफ साइकोलॉजी हैं वो किस तरीके से इवॉल्व हुए, लाइक गेस्टॉल्ट स्कूल, देन उसका फंक्शनलिज्म आया, उसके बाद साइकोडायनेमिक आया, देन बिहेवियरिज्म आया. सो एक तरीके से बहुत कंप्लीट शिफ्ट हुआ है चीजें साइकोलॉजी में. देन उसके बाद ह्यूमनिस्टिक अप्रोच आई, where behaviorism was totally focused on the environment, the role of environment in behavior. Then humanistic approach, which completely says the knowledge of self, our own feeling, our own thought process, somewhere important, which impact our behavior. What is the scope of this discipline? Like where we can use this discipline?
Sir, the scope, I would say, includes the study on how an society is impacting the individual as well as the group dynamics on their own, sir.
Interpersonal relationships.
Right. Basically, this particular discipline will help you to understand the social phenomena, social constructs, which impact your behavior. Because when you choose the discipline, when it comes to specialization, so this discipline will help you to understand the human behavior more, like in depthly. सपोज अगर आप काउंसलिंग चुनते हैं या क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी चुनते हैं तो डेफिनेटली दिस सोशल साइकोलॉजी विल हेल्प यू आउट टू अंडरस्टैंड द बिहेवियरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ अ पर्सन. अगर मैं स्कोप की बात करूं तो यस, डेफिनेटली सोशल साइकोलॉजी का बहुत स्कोप है. यू वांट टू परस्यू द specialization in social psychology, it can be used in a wider range, particularly in the
Current social cognition, social influence, group dynamics, self-identity, self and
Yes.
identity. So
Yes.
these are points in scope.
Yes.
Sir, और भी हैं acquisition, formation.
agencies who are working for the humanitarian crisis, humanitarian, जैसे काफी बड़ी इंटरनेशनल एजेंसीज हैं जो उस पे काम करती हैं humanitarian crisis पे, there it can be used.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay, what about the research in social psychology? Like how we can conduct research in social psychology, because social psychology is a very dynamic field and a very broad. How we can conduct research in social psychology?
सर जब सोशल इंटरेक्शंस में डिस्प्यूट्स होते हैं या यू नो लीगैलिटी इज इन्वॉल्व, आई थिंक दैट गिव्स अस अ ग्राउंड टू रिसर्च.
सर एम्पैथाइज करते हैं.
Meta analysis.
हाँ,
Meta analysis.
Sir, through survey, directly observation.
okay, anything else?
Case
एम्पैथाइज
studies.
करते.
Suppose मैं आपको एक प्रॉब्लम देता हूँ, like suppose there is a situation in which there is a tribe in Madhya Pradesh, Baiga tribe or Gond tribe. You have to study how the cultural, not particular tribe culture or norms impacting the development of young children. What you will do in that case?
So we will, like, correct me if I'm wrong, we will take a sample of that particular tribe, and then we will conduct a research or a survey, like it could be open-ended survey, and then according to the that particular responses, or you can say after the result, we will analyze or the like outcome of the particular like we will.
Anybody
Sir, we
else?
compare the growth.
Sir,
Sir, we compare the growth of
Okay, one by one.
those
Yes,
children.
Field visit.
Sir, we'll compare the growth of those children given the data of what are the basic needs and necessities of children all over the world.
no.
yes, sir. Sir, I
Arash,
feel it can be done in two ways, sir. If we have time in our hands, sir, we can utilize the approach of ethnography, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do not have that much time, sir, then we can go for participant-based observational method, sir.
Correct, because I have given the problem in which anthropological method and both participant will be used. Participant observation will be used. Right. See, when I mentioned that the how the particular culture impacting the development of a young children, holistic development of young children. So first of all, you need to understand like what are the problems at the ground, right? कि क्या problem हो रहा है. So based on, and you have to study the entire tribe culture, कि क्या culture है, क्या methods हैं, like what are the different ways of raising children, how the mother father interacting with the young children, what is the process of socialization with regard to the young children, and so आपको सब चीजें पढ़नी पड़ेंगी पहले. Then you have to come up with the hypothesis. Okay, like, okay, fine, this is the problem, then this.
Sir, observation is also.
First of all, you did
Observation is also necessary for.
right. Observation equally important, but you have to formulate the objective or the analysis. I would say problem, and then based on that, you have to decide like what kind of research will be like applicable in those particular setting. There are different ways of doing research, conducting research. होता है कि नहीं होता है?
Yes, sir.
Experimental method.
So we are not aware of.
Huh?
we are not aware of kind of researches, types of researches, or so
कोई
that
बात
we
नहीं, आप
can
आगे
differentiate.
पढ़ेंगे, कोई बात नहीं, आप आगे जब रिसर्च का पेपर पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें जानेंगे. So there are different types of research: experimental research, correlation research, non-experimental research, longitudinal research, time series research. So based on the problem, based on the population, we will identify one method of research and we apply that. If you want to compare like how the performance of the children in a tribe and a normal, then we need to take two different samples. किसी ने कहा था कि हम compare करेंगे. One would be the treatment group and another would be the control group. Treatment group क्या होता है? Or the experimental group?
Sir, the group in question.
Experimental group or
The group which is in question, which
okay. Control group?
Control, maybe it's vice versa, I'm not sure.
जिसमें हम कोई manipulate नहीं करते.
Yes, alternative group, which is used by the experimenter or the investigator to compare. So after analyzing all those things, we'll decide ki, okay, like how much sample is required from that particular population. Yes, Kiran, independent variables control. Yes, variable. I have already mentioned in the title ki how culture is impacting the holistic development of young children. Means so there are two variables. One is culture and one is development of young children. Right? So culture is an independent variable and dependent variable यहाँ पे आपका बच्चों की development है. Independent variable क्या होता है? What is independent variable? ये तो पता होगा आप लोगों को.
Which is related to human requirement.
No बच्चे, नहीं बेटा.
Sir, this is a variable which is not controlled during the experiment, sir.
Yes, it is not control or that
the
is.
Other variable is the variable which is under study, sir. That is a dependent variable. Independent variable has an effect on dependent variable. However, it is not controlled during the experiment.
Yes, independent variable that is manipulated in the experiment by the researcher, or dependent variable वो होता है variable that is measured in an experiment and it is expected to change as a result of experimentation or experimental manipulation of the independent variable. ठीक है? जिस वेरिएबल पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है और उसमें क्या चेंजेस आते हैं वो दैट इज डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. सपोज यहाँ पे कल्चर और डेवलपमेंट, कल्चर का क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा हमारे बच्चों के डेवलपमेंट पे, तो कल्चर आपका इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है और आपका बच्चों के डेवलपमेंट जो है वो डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है. क्लियर है? Then उसके बाद we will see like how we are going to study the that particular problem. So if you are using the non-experimental research method, or field study, will go there for some time to participate, to observe the tribe people and how the entire process of socialization will do interview, we'll do case studies, we'll do observations, participant observations, or maybe we use psychological test to assess the developmental domain of the child. So there are different ways of collecting information in research. हम ऑब्जर्वेशन भी कर सकते हैं, हम इंटरव्यू भी कर सकते हैं, हम केस स्टडीज भी कर सकते हैं, हम टेस्ट भी यूज कर सकते हैं. So these are the important different methods by which you can collect the information from the ground. ठीक है, याद रहेगा इतना. So based on the information which you collect from the ground, आप डेटा गैदर करेंगे, डेटा एनालाइज करेंगे, एंड यू विल कम अप विद द जनरलाइजेशन एंड इन्फ्रेंसेस. ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
क्लियर है अबाउट द नेचर, स्कोप एंड द रिसर्च इन सोशल साइकोलॉजी.
यस सर.
अगर यहाँ तक कुछ भी चीज क्लियर नहीं है तो प्लीज जस्ट लेट मी नो.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I can ask again when I read it through.
Please go through your modules. Okay.
Yes, sir.
आपको कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम लगती है तो प्लीज
Right, sir.
you are free to ask.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir. I made a WhatsApp group. Join.
So, is there any need or requirement for us to consider another book or supplementary book apart from our IGNU material for the deeper knowledge, or is the for us right now?
अभी फिलहाल आप स्टडी मटेरियल से पढ़िए. आपको लगता है कि आपको पढ़ने की जरूरत है, देन वी कैन आई विल सेंड सम बुक्स. आप खरीद भी सकते हैं.
We have created a separate group for you. Can you just join that group so that we can check, we can post our queries in the group, and then we can give us the updates accordingly, suiting your timeline.
Yes, sir. Please check the chat section.
आई थिंक बहुत कॉमन बुक है इसकी. बैरन की बुक है, बैरन सोशल साइकोलॉजी. इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन बुक which is easily available everywhere.
So, what are your views about book Cicerelli for the Cicerelli book for the social psychology? Like it's for the general part or for the
See, Cicerelli की जो बुक है that is for general psychology. Okay, that is for जनरल साइकोलॉजी. इसमें कि आपको बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट द साइकोलॉजी वो सब मिल जाएगा. कुछ थोड़ा थोड़ा पार्ट सभी चीजों का मिलेगा. आपको पर्टिकुलरली सोशल साइकोलॉजी की बुक चाहिए तो दैट इज वेरी कॉमन बुक. बैरन की बुक है ना, आप वो ले पढ़ सकते हैं, विच इज कॉमनली अवेलेबल.
Sir, good afternoon.
गुड आफ्टरनून.
Sir, can you please join the WhatsApp group link?
व्हाट्सएप लिंक एक मिनट मैं अभी देख लेता हूँ. मोनू सर इग्नू बैच नहीं, कुछ तो मैंने ज्वाइन किया है.
Also, sir, one more query. What
Just
about
mention your number
attendance?
on the chat section.
So,
Hello,
will
sir.
you be
हाँ पूछिए, एक एक करके पूछिए. क्या 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 क्वेरी है बताइए.
So, will you be taking our attendance or shall we create a sheet for you as well? क्योंकि last class में हमने खुद ने एक sheet बना ली थी जिसमें हम लोग सारी attendance ले रहे हैं.
हाँ
तो सर आप
तो बेटर है आप उसमें मतलब एक और शीट ऐड कर दीजिए MAPC 4 की.
ठीक है सर, मैं बना देती हूँ और मैं ग्रुप में शेयर कर देती हूँ सर.
हाँ.
So please mention your number on the chat section so I
एक
can make
मिनट.
you the admin.
नहीं, एडमिन आप लोग रहिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक है, बट स्टिल आई एम शेयरिंग माय नंबर.
So if you are the admin, they can figure out, like they can contact.
मैंने अपना ईमेल आईडी भी शेयर कर दिया है. इफ यू नीड एनी हेल्प प्लीज जस्ट मेल मी.
Sir, you are teaching social psychology and any other subject too?
Social psychology only as of now, or maybe in second year I will teach the counseling papers.
Okay.
But if you have any problem in any other subject, so you can ask, no problem. Like research, statistics, you're always welcome.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
And sir, I'll already also request that whoever has made the group, we've just shared a couple of mobile numbers. If somebody can add us in the group, thank you so much.
Sure, Akash.
I've shared the group link in the chat section.
Oh, actually, link is not working. That's why I was requesting.
What's your number?
Stephen, please share the group link.
Sure,
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah, Mr. Stephen, I just shared my number on the chat.
Okay, share it again. Okay. Well, what is it you? Please add me in
Is it done for today, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
प्लीज बाकी आप अपना मॉड्यूल पढ़िए, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो प्लीज जस्ट लेट मी नो.
Yeah. Thank
है ना,
you.
we'll discuss in the next class.
Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Attendance के लिए.
Sir, अटेंडेंस के लिए आपके पास एक्सेल शीट अभी ग्रुप में आ जाएगा, तो प्लीज मार्क देयर ओनली.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have a query regarding assignment.
Assignment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me.
Sir, like it is mentioned that we cannot write from the IGNOU material itself.
No, you cannot copy. मतलब आपको exact copy नहीं करना है इसको.
सर बट मतलब हम कितना रेफरेंस ले सकते हैं, कितना प्लेजरिज्म मतलब अलाउड है या कॉपी कितना अलाउड है?
See, it's very difficult to say कि मतलब बेटर है कि आप बाकी बुक्स पढ़िए थोड़ा सा अपने रेफरेंस के लिए. It will help you out to understand the social psychology and all other aspects. No, don't limit yourself to the IGNOU books only.
सर आई जस्ट वांट टू नो कि मतलब हमें इग्नू के नोट्स के साथ साथ ये बुक प्रेफर करनी पड़ेंगी, या अगर हम सिर्फ ये बुक प्रेफर करते तो दैट इज सफिशिएंट?
नहीं, आप इग्नू के नोट्स पढ़ते हैं तो सफिशिएंट है, बट इट्स ऑलवेज गुड टू हैव मल्टीपल बुक्स.
नहीं सर, मैं ये जानना चाहती थी कि अगर इग्नू के नोट्स ना पढ़ के अगर सिर्फ हम ये प्रेफर बुक पढ़े तो ये सफिशिएंट है?
हाँ बिल्कुल.
Sir, is it better to submit assignments online or offline?
Yes, कोई कुछ पूछ रहा था.
सर मैं पूछना चाह रहा था सर कि ये जो हमारे 6 सब्जेक्ट है, इसमें से कौन से ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है जिसमें हमें ज्यादा ध्यान देने की जरूरत है? सब्जेक्ट्स
सर सभी इम्पोर्टेंट है, सब इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट है.
ओके, जैसे हमने भी पिछला क्लास लिया जहाँ पे हमें रिसर्च एंड स्टैटिस्टिक्स को ज्यादा हमें फोकस करने के लिए कहा गया, तो उस तरह से जस्ट मैं पूछना चाह रहा था कि ऐसे है कुछ, जैसे आपने सोशल साइंस सोशल साइकोलॉजी के विषय में बताया, इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस को हम समझ पाए, तो हमें सभी सब्जेक्ट्स को इक्वली अटेंशन देना है, यही है सर?
नहीं, बिल्कुल आपको सभी अगर आपको आगे साइकोलॉजी में चीजों को परस्यू करना है तो डेफिनेटली आपको सभी सब्जेक्ट्स को इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंस देना पड़ेगा. और रिसर्च और स्टैट्स हम क्यों बोलते हैं, बिकॉज रिसर्च और स्टैट्स थोड़ा इसलिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. इफ यू वांट टू परस्यू योर करियर इन रिसर्च एंड ऑल, तो डेफिनेटली दैट विल मोर हेल्पफुल. और सोशल साइकोलॉजी ऐसा है कि बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू परस्यू योर करियर इन क्लिनिकल सेटअप और काउंसलिंग प्रोसेसेस, तो डेफिनेटली इट विल हेल्प यू टू अंडरस्टैंड द ह्यूमन aspects or social aspects, how the social phenomena is impacting the behavior of an individual.
So in terms of learning clinical psychology, then social psychology becomes quite important, right sir?
बिल्कुल सभी चीज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है. देखिए कहीं ना कहीं हर डिसिप्लिन जो है वो कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. लाइक कोई भी एक चीज साइकोलॉजी को कंप्लीट नहीं करती है. लाइक रिसर्च, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, सोशल साइकोलॉजी, ये सब मिलके आपके डिग्री को, आपके नॉलेज को कंप्लीट करेंगी.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर.
हेलो सर।
यस
सर अटेंडेंस का बता दीजिए।
बच्चे, अटेंडेंस आपके ग्रुप में आ जाएगा ना, वो भी बोला उन्होंने।
Hello, sir.
यस
Actually, sir, I have submitted the assignment online. अभी सर फुल कॉपी तो वहाँ देने की जरूरत नहीं है ना स्टडी सेंटर में?
ये मुझे आइडिया नहीं है, आप एक बार प्लीज आरसी में ही पूछें तो ज्यादा बेहतर रहेगा।
सर ऑनलाइन सबमिट हो गया, आई हैव रिसीव्ड।
हाँ तो बस ठीक है।
ओके ओके जी सर, थैंक यू
हेलो
सर।
सर, आप
ओके,
हमारी एग्जाम शीट भी चेक करने वाले हो क्या?
क्या चीज?
सर एग्जाम शीट्स आप चेक करने वाले हो क्या हमारी?
नो नो, नॉट एट ऑल।
सर जो नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर हमारा डिसर्टेशन या जो प्रोजेक्ट वर्क है उसमें वैसे क्या होगा, हमें गाइड दिए जाएंगे या फिर क्या खुद ही करना है वो?
नहीं नहीं, वो आपको गाइड के साथ ही सब चीजें होती हैं। आपके गाइड होते हैं, गाइड आपको गाइड सुपरवाइज करते हैं।
हेलो
How the exam sheet is being checked?
डिसर्टेशन
Like,
या
is
प्रोजेक्ट?
it from the IGNOU material or can we write from the reference book? Is
No,
it
IGNOU
necessary
material
to
is
give?
sufficient, but for to enhance your own knowledge, so please refer other books also.
So say suppose if you write from reference material, will the marks be deducted or something?
No, no, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है।
हेलो
Yes,
सर, आप ये जो सोशल साइकोलॉजी वाला सब्जेक्ट है इसमें थोड़ी बता सकते हैं कि मेन हम लोग को क्या ज्यादा जरूरी है इसको देखना ब्लॉक वाइज, जो
see
इग्नू
अभी
का स्टडी मटेरियल है उसके उसके हिसाब से।
अभी अभी हम सारी चीजें पढ़ेंगे जो भी आपके सिलेबस में, विल कवर ऑल द थिंग्स, दैट्स नॉट एन इशू। ठीक है, तो
तो
बेटर है
ये
कि
बिल्कुल सारे मतलब हो जाएगा इसमें
सर
कवर
एनी
आपकी 2 क्लासेस जो?
बिल्कुल। अब 4 क्लासेस है हमारी, 2 क्लासेस नहीं, 4 क्लासेस हैं। कल भी
सर
हमारे
एनी टिप्स हाउ टू अटेम्प्ट एग्जाम
हाँ
or attempting any questions in exams? How can we
वो हम लास्ट
gain good
लास्ट क्लास
marks?
में डिस्कस करेंगे, लास्ट क्लास में डिस्कस करेंगे। ठीक है,
So we have these 4
Okay,
counseling sessions in all, sir, throughout the year.
सी आपको सारी चीजें पढ़नी है। ठीक, मैं आपको 2 घंटे में मैं पूरा का पूरा सिलेबस कवर नहीं कर सकता हूँ। मतलब आई कैन लाइक facilitate you from the general concepts of social psychology, right? मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कि क्या क्या चीजें हैं सोशल साइकोलॉजी में, कैसे कैसे चीजें होती हैं। ठीक है, बट आपको किताबें पढ़नी पड़ेंगी, आपको अपने नोट्स पढ़ने पड़ेंगे, आपको अपने कुछ बुक्स पढ़नी पड़ेंगी। अब आप ये एक्सपेक्ट करें कि सर आप चार काउंसलिंग आपके सेशन है, 4 में आप पूरा का पूरा सिलेबस खत्म कर दीजिए, तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है ना। अभी 1 साल का सिलेबस में 4 क्लासेस में कैसे हो जाएगा?
नहीं सर, आई जस्ट वांट टू नो कि सिर्फ यही काउंसलिंग सेशंस हैं या बाद में भी आएगा नया शेड्यूल?
आप आरसी चेक करते रहिए बच्चे। डेफिनेटली अगर ऐसे काउंसलिंग सेशंस होंगे तो वो आपके आरसी पे ही अपडेट होंगे और आपको मैसेज भी आएंगे।
Okay. And we need to give this attendance and all?
हाँ, अटेंडेंस आप मार्क करके भेज दीजिए, उसमें जो एक्सेल शीट आएगी आपके पास उसमें मार्क कर दीजिए, क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
Okay. Fine.
ठीक है,
Yeah.
चलो, आई होप।
सर कल के लिए क्या प्रिपेयर करके रखना है, कौन सा टॉपिक प्रिपेयर करना है?
कल के लिए मैं आपको बता देता हूँ। आप मॉड्यूल 2 जो है आपका अपने इसको पढ़ के रखिए, प्रोसेस ऑफ सोशल
इन्फ्लुएंसर।
हाँ ठीक है।
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So please repeat the topic. Please repeat the topic for tomorrow.
So on April 21st, the face-to-face session will be continuation of these 3 which we are going to attend, or it will be.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, थोड़ा जोर से बोलेंगे।
Sir, can you repeat the topic for tomorrow's class?
कल के लिए आपको प्रोसेस ऑफ सोशल इन्फ्लुएंस पढ़ना है, आपका ब्लॉक 2।
Okay, sir.
ठीक है,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ओके।
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
The class which is on April 21st, the face-to-face session, will be the continuation of these 3 classes, or
Yes.
it will be independent?
No, continuation of these classes only.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, is it mandatory to attend the offline sessions as well?
बिल्कुल मैंडेटरी, आप बेहतर है कि आप आए।
ओके सर,
ओके
थैंक यू सर,
ओके, थैंक यू, हैव अ गुड डे।
यू टू सर, थैंक
Have a good day, sir. Bye.
Hello. I've added everyone in the group. Please check the chat section, okay? Guys, hello.
Yes, yes,
I've shared the attendance sheet.
checked,
The group.
mark the
Yeah,
attendance.
Those who
and
are yet to join the group, join.